Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a set of sources you brought in that they're not just about productivity hacks, they're about a whole philosophy.
That's right. It's a blueprint for action, for clarity, and it all really boils down to three simple words. Do it today.
Do it today. It sounds so simple, but it's presented as this huge mandate.
It is, because the core argument here is that time is the only thing you truly can't get back. It's non-replenishable. And, every second you spend or waste is what determines where you'll be years from now.
And it's not about money, is it? It's almost existential.
Exactly. The foundational belief is that you aren't defined by your intentions or even what you did last year. You are defined by your actions right now.
What you're doing in this moment.
In this very moment. That's what reveals your character. And that whole shift from being passive to being this active agent, that's the starting point. None of the other stuff works until that clicks internally.
Okay, so if that's the goal, let's talk about the biggest barrier. The one thing we all struggle with. Procrastination.
Well, first we have to define the enemy properly. The sources call it resistance. It's that inner battle, that voice in your head making excuses.
Ah, the voice that tells you to alphabetize your spice rack when you have a deadline.
That's the one. Stephen Pressfield had a great line for it. He said, "Resistance is always lying and always full of shit."
I love that. It's so direct, and it perfectly captures that feeling, right? You know you should be making those tough sales calls or writing the book.
But suddenly, checking the news feels like the most urgent thing in the world. It's this manufactured emergency.
But it's not harmless. There's a real psychological cost to giving in.
Oh, a huge cost. The research they cite from Tyson Baumeister, it's pretty clear. This isn't just a quirk. It's a sign of poor self-regulation, and it's directly linked to things like depression, anxiety, and, just feeling bad about yourself.
So you get that tiny bit of relief in the moment.
And you pay for it with long-term suffering. It's a terrible trade.
So why do we do it? Why do we think we can just willpower our way through it?
That is the big trap. Willpower is, it's overrated. It's a finite resource. It's going to fail you, especially when you're tired or stressed.
So you can't just muscle through.
You can't. The real deep down reason people procrastinate is often a lack of internal motivation. I mean, if you're not doing work that feels meaningful to you, no amount of discipline is going to stick.
So it's not about finding more discipline. It's about finding work you actually care about.
Exactly. Life's too short for anything else. But in the meantime, while you're figuring that out, you need a system. A sustainable one built on habits.
Okay, let's get into that system. The sources call it staying war ready.
Right. And it's both mental and physical. The first part is exercising mental toughness. And that means actively studying philosophies like Stoicism, pragmatism, mindfulness.
Why those specifically? What does Stoicism give you?
Stoicism teaches you to separate what you can control, your actions, from what you can't. The outcome. So right away, your energy goes into doing, which is the whole do it today idea.
And pragmatism.
Pragmatism just cuts through all the noise. It forces you to ask, what's the most effective thing I can do right now? It's the antidote to that perfectionism trap.
So exercise the mind. What about the body?
You have to move every single day. The author notes that when he stopped exercising daily, his focus it plummeted. A brisk walk, lifting weights, whatever it is, it boosts your energy, your focus, your confidence.
Okay, so you've done your mental and physical prep, but then resistance shows up. You're tempted to just scroll on your phone instead of tackling that big, scary project.
What do?
You pivot, but you pivot smartly. You have a pre-made list of small but still important tasks.
Ah, so it's a controlled escape.
Exactly. Instead of falling into a useless distraction, you choose to do something else that's still productive. You're still taking action today.
That's a perfect lead-in to the next big battleground, attention. It feels impossible to get more than, 10 minutes of uninterrupted work these days? It's rare. But the sources reframe this. You can't manage time. You can only manage your attention. And, this isn't a new problem. Socrates was warning about the barrenness of a busy life.
But the smartphone has changed the game. The stats in here are just staggering. 37% of people rated their phone as important as their close friends.
More important in some cases. It's wild. And the real kicker is the cognitive cost. The research showed test scores were 26% higher when the phone was just out of the room.
26%.
Yeah.
Just from it not being there.
Right. Its mere presence keeps a part of your brain on standby, waiting for that next notification.
And that gets to the biology of it, the dopamine rush.
Yep. Every notification is a little hit of dopamine. A sociologist, Clifford Nass, he called it perfectly. It turns us into suckers for irrelevancy. We get addicted to the little burst of pleasure from unimportant things.
So the solution isn't to try and ignore it, it's to eliminate it.
Total elimination. You have to move from a default of always connected to always disconnected.
Which means what, practically?
It means your phone's Wi-Fi and mobile data are off by default. You turn them on when you need them, and you delete the news and social media apps. All of them.
That's radical.
It has to be. You need to create friction. If you have to go to your desktop to check something, you're much less likely to do it mindlessly.
The author even applied this to his own work, right? He cut out making YouTube videos even though they were popular.
He did, because he realized they were taking up too much of his time and attention, the very resources he was trying to protect. His core things were writing and podcasting.
So that's the principle of eliminating accumulation. Just ruthlessly filter everything coming at you.
Keep life simple enough to actually focus.
So once the external clutter is gone, what about internal focus? There were a couple of mental strategies for that.
The first one is about boosting serotonin. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. You just take a moment to deliberately remember a past success, a time you did something well.
How does that help?
It stimulates serotonin production in the part of your brain that controls attention. It's like telling your brain, hey, you can do this. You've focused and succeeded before. It's a pragmatic little trick.
I like that. And the second one is the mantra.
Yes. And this isn't some mystical thing. It's a psychological tool. It's a slogan you use to just force a shift in your mental state, like a reset button.
Like Floyd Mayweather's hard work, dedication.
Exactly. The author's is just, let's go. As soon as he wakes up, it cuts through the fog and just forces that first movement.
Okay, so we've managed our attention, we're primed for action, now we need structure. And here's where the sources make a really key distinction between productivity and effectiveness.
Right. Productivity is just doing a lot of stuff. You can be very busy and get nothing important done.
Just spinning your wheels.
Exactly. Effectiveness is about getting the right things done, the things that actually move you forward personally, financially, in any real way.
And to find those right things, you first have to figure out where your time is actually going.
Yes, with the time audit. This is from Peter Drucker. For at least 2 weeks, you log your activity, hour by hour. It can be a painful exercise.
I can imagine, because it shows you the truth.
It shows you where you think your time is going versus where it's actually going, and you'll find these zero return activities.
Things that if you just stopped doing them,
nothing bad would happen at all. And once you have that data, you can be ruthless about cutting them.
This all feeds into this idea of rule-based living, which includes the pretty controversial claim that freedom is your enemy.
It sounds so wrong, doesn't it? But it's about psychology. It's about fighting decision fatigue. Every little decision you have to make, what to wear, what to eat, it uses up a little bit of brain power.
And you want to save that brain power for the big stuff.
Exactly. Rules and routines eliminate those small decisions so you have more cognitive energy for the work that matters.
Let's walk through the big routine they suggest, the 30-minute evening ritual.
Okay, so first 10 minutes, close the day, you journal, what did I accomplish, what did I learn? As Jim Rohn said, the results should either applaud you or prod you.
Acknowledge the wins, analyze the failures. I like it. Next 10 minutes.
Review tomorrow's calendar. You look at your biggest challenge for the next day and you schedule time to solve it. You're not solving it now, you're just booking an appointment with the problem.
That seems like it would really help with anxiety.
It does. Your brain can let it go overnight. Then the last 10 minutes are simple. 5 minutes to prepare your outfit for the next day.
Another small decision eliminated.
Right. And the final 5 minutes are for visualization. You mentally walk through your next day in detail. The more specific you are, the more committed your brain is to the plan.
So you've structured your day, but how do you maintain focus during the workday? The brain isn't built for 8 hours of nonstop concentration.
It's not. The research is clear on this. Continuous focus is unnatural. You have to work in intervals.
Like the Pomodoro technique.
Something like that. Maybe 30 minutes of focus work, then a 5-minute break. You let your attention system reset. It leads to much higher quality work over the course of a day.
So we've covered the daily systems.
Yeah.
But let's zoom out. How does this fit into the long game? Especially when we get bogged down by perfectionism.
Perfectionism. The source calls it just a procrastinator with a mask. And it's so true. It's not about quality. It's about fear of making a mistake.
It's paralyzing. How do you break out of it?
By developing what they call learned resourcefulness. It's about shifting your mindset. After a mistake happens, instead of getting emotional, you get analytical.
Instead of this is a disaster,
It's, okay, what's the specific problem here, and what are 3 things I can do right now to start fixing it? You use the mistake as data to adjust.
and that really connects to the power of consistency and compounding, the idea that success is sequential.
Yes, 100%. You don't jump from A to Z. You go step by step. The magic is in the compounding. That tiny 0.1% improvement every day, it seems like nothing.
But over a year, it's huge.
It's transformative. The Warren Buffett example in the source is just perfect for this.
That 99% of his net worth came after he turned 50.
Right. It shows the incredible power of just sticking with it. Patient, consistent effort over decades yields these massive exponential results.
To keep that long-term perspective, there's this mindset they recommend. Live like you're immortal. That seems to clash with do it today.
It seems like it, but they work together. Live like you're immortal is about fighting that short-term YOLO mindset that leads to bad decisions.
The instant gratification trap.
Exactly. It's about making choices today, saving money, learning a skill, taking care of your health because you're investing in future you. Do it today is how you execute on that immortal plan.
And while you're executing, even if you don't know your ultimate direction, you can work on universal skills.
Yes. Things like self-discipline, communication, negotiation, physical strengths. These are assets that will help you no matter what path you end up on. They're always a good investment.
So let's bring it all together. How do we measure a successful life, according to these thinkers? It's not about money or status.
No, it's about capacity and contribution. The first measure is energy. Simple as that. How do you feel physically? Are you eating well, exercising daily?
Can't do much without energy. Second,
Work. But it's measured by your learning and your contribution. The more you learn, the more you can contribute and earn. It's about input and output.
and the third and final one.
Relationships. And this is key. It's measured only by the time and energy you put in, not what you get back. It's about providing unconditional support and not keeping score.
Wow. So there it is, the whole system. Daily action, attention management, rules, and a long-term mindset.
And the key isn't finding some brilliant new secret. It's just the consistent repetition of these basics, day in, day out.
Which brings us to the final thought from the author, which I found fascinating. He said he was happy to find contradictions in his own work over time.
Because it proves that life isn't about what you know, it's about what you don't know. The goal is to always be the student, to never stop learning and refining.
Perfect place to end. So, for everyone listening, if you just learned about the time audit, maybe it's time to start that log. Today,
Might be surprised what you find.
we'll see you on the next deep dive.